Go. God level, you can tell him I said it. Level up. God level, you can tell him I said it. Level up. God level, you can tell him I said it. Level up. Level up. Level up. Go. Everything, that means everything. Eyes connected to everything. And that's why I'm in everything. All eyes on me. All eyes on everything. That means everything. Eyes connected to everything.
Using my body butter. Let me see. Let me get it in there. That's my body butter by Pretty Is Me. Got me a little glow going on, a little shine. You know what? Gotta have my stuff. Okay. Oh, hold on.
Are you sharing to the group or?
I thought you and I both do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at least I try to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Let me go check me out real quick. I'm live. I don't know. Every time it goes live, I have to go in and edit my
change the privacy. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
You know? Okay. Big care, don't care today. Okay. Ooh. Let me send this to you in the private chat real quick. All right. Ooh, comments. All right. Welcome. This is Things That People Don't Want to Talk About, brought to you by God Level. I am originally from St. Louis, Missouri. I am a nurse. I'm an entrepreneur. I have this podcast. I am a mother. I'm a sister. I'm an aunt. I'm a GG. I am a friend. I am everything good. John, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
John Skywalker, the Sly Talker here. I'm a lyricist, spoken word artist, martial artist, personal trainer, lover of life, student of psychology, and I'm a father who has 5 hip-hop albums streaming on all major streaming platforms. We got Dimensions, Higher Dimensions, Final Dimensions. We have Law of Affirmations, that's the recent one, and we have Lightbenders. These are all positive, conscious hip-hop. This is about bars, it's about substance. Like I said, I'm a student here, student of life. I'm also a student of hip-hop. So, I'm not just rapping, I'm talking to you. So if you're curious, you should plug in. Look up John Skywalker. John Skywalker is his name. That's the lyricist. John Skywalker. Look him up. Pandora, Tidal, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube. Now, it might be harder to find me on YouTube because there's another John Skywalker out there. But still, John Skywalker. Salute.
King Newborn, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
Peace. This is King Newborn. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Newborn Everything. And as always, I am for the community, my people, family and friends and loved ones. Peace.
Love it. All right. This week is a continuation of last week. I don't know. This brightness is hitting me. We were talking about victimhood, victim mentality, and today we're going to talk about how do you move out of victimhood, victim mentality.
Wait, do we? Let's just recap real quick. What does it mean again? What are we talking about? This victim mentality, like what's the thing?
Oh, woe is me. I can't win for losing. Them people. The world is against me, so why would I even try?
The world is against me. Why would I even try? So we're talking about the people that are seeking external validation
from everyone.
A lot of insecurity.
Yeah.
These are the individuals that always have some obstacle in their way. They just can't seem to get ahead. Life is always happening to them. They can't influence life. They're powerless. helpless. We learned about that, right? Learn
Yeah.
helplessness. Yeah. And let's one more question before we start going into it, and then we're gonna pick it back up, right?
Okay.
Let's differentiate for those who weren't here at class last week. How do we make the difference? How do we make the difference between someone who is genuinely a victim and someone who is just adopting the mindset just to get some leverage?
Conversations.
Conversation.
Conversation
Say more.
is a big thing. You know, someone that's just always in a that has a negative Nancy. They're
Mm,
negative about everything. These people, yeah, hopeless, powerless. They're in survival mode. Literally, that's it.
mm. So they're kind of just existing. They're not really
Pretty much.
living.
No, they're existing.
Hmm. They're just existing. All right. Are these the type of individuals that are prone to take accountability?
Hell no.
Why not?
I don't mean to say it like that. There's a lack of care right there. They already think the worst is going to happen. So why apologize for anything that do happen or anything that they do that is wrong? They no, there is no lack of account. No, no.
All right.
These people are very negative in their thoughts, and a lot of them are actually set in their ways. You know, they may have tried at one point and then kept getting that pushback. Sometimes that pushback is just a test to see how hard you want it.
All right. So they don't like to rise to the challenge then.
No, no, they've already got a negative mindset. Like this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Yeah.
So dream killers.
Yes.
Mm. Dang. And you know, again, so this was also we're talking about the culture here, right? We're not talking about just a category of people or a class of people that have experienced some sort of victimization, and they're making the moves to rectify that, to correct, to heal, to readjust, to adapt, right? We're not talking about these folks, but we are talking about a culture of individuals that tend to profit off of the sympathies that they receive from other people. They're manipulative.
They live off the kindness of others. Because others are always feeling so bad for them. Like, oh, they just can't seem to get it together. But these people know what they're doing.
There she is. Hey, Rajad. So great timing, because I'm about to bring up the question that led us to a part 2. So who is they? They is those with the victim mindset, right? So how do they activate that, which is their highest purpose, if they don't see an end in sight? Ooh, okay. Shots fired.
Hey, Morbe, how you doing? My condolences to you. I hope you're doing well, brother. Hi, Erica Page. Today is her birthday. This is how you doing? Happy birthday. They have to want it first. There has to be some type of a desire there in order to make that change. You can encourage. We was just talking about this. You can encourage them. You can encourage, but you can't convince these people because they've already been convinced in their mind that whatever they try does not work. So the only thing you can do is encourage a different outcome or a different outlook on life. You know, try to be positive, but you got to be careful hanging around negative Nancy's, and so you don't pick up those traits.
Interesting.
What you think, King?
Yeah, they need a perspective shift. Yeah, because they think negative about everything.
Yeah, they need a perspective shift for sure.
They really do. But
Is that
how do you make somebody want to be something different than what they've already been? I mean, how do you encourage that? How do you get them to activate when they're stuck in this mindset that nothing they ever do works out for them? Mm. Which takes me back to something I posted. By example, whoo. And what if
Okay, that's one way.
by example? But what if that doesn't work?
Right, because you know the example is supposed to be the inspiration, right?
Yeah,
And we were just talking about this last week, right? The quote, the two quotes, the two raps that I was saying. Let's see. I don't think
you
you can
said it.
fix. Wait, I don't think you can if they've been getting what they need. Oh yeah, I mean they're not motivated for more. They might say they want more. They might say it. I hear it. I hear that a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
I hear a lot about what you lack. I don't hear a lot about what you desire, what you dream. And I think, this also aligns with core beliefs, right? What do you believe that you're able to do? You
That's
don't
it.
have any accomplishments, right? And I was just talking to um, the wife about this today, too. Uh, my son, I made him put up all of his awards, every last one in his room before he shipped off. That was a tradition that he had to follow. And the reason being, and I said this to him several times, look, there's going to be days where you don't feel like you're good at anything. You don't feel like you're at your best. And when you look up, you're going to always have those reminders. He hangs up the birthday cards too.
That's
Any
what's
card
up.
that he
wow?
gets, right? Because that reminds you that you're loved. Don't
Right,
just put that away. Like
right,
what else are you going to hang your wall up with? Hang it up
Hmm.
with your accomplishments. I don't care if
Yeah,
it's perfect attendance. I don't care if
right.
it's you got the
something.
most creative award. Like somebody
Man,
recognized something good in you. So that as a dad, that's what I offer.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Right here on my desk.
No,
I did that.
wow.
I did
Yeah.
that. I put it front, I
So
put it in the frame.
again,
Did that.
yeah, it's about your core beliefs. And so when you
I
have proof,
froze. Oh, shit.
when when you have proof of concept, it's like, yo, I know I could do this. I have evidence right here of what I can do, and I can do more than this. This is just a fraction. He don't even have all of his awards up.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that. More day.
fear, fear is a
Mm.
barrier. Hmm. Recognizing self is most valuable. So, are you really monitoring yourself? Are you really looking at yourself
Oh, there you
day
go.
in,
My
day
bad.
out? Yeah. Are you really looking at yourself? Are you really monitoring yourself day in and day out? That's a really good question. A lot of it, like
There
you
you go.
said, we're just existing. We're just here. We're not really observing
Recognize
ourselves.
yourself in the most valuable.
Yeah. That's self-awareness. Yeah.
Study thyself. Ooh, I like that one. I like
Heck
that
yeah.
one. I like that one.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Your mic.
Oh, no, I didn't say anything. I was,
No, hers. God level.
oh,
Not yet. Okay. Keep on. Keep up. Oh wait, you just turned it up, and then I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna keep it rolling. I'm gonna keep it rolling. So oh yeah, King, did you want to add anything? Did you want to build on that question right there? How do they activate that highest purpose if they don't see an end in sight?
Okay, I got it.
Oh, yep, there it
Okay,
is.
thank you. Okay.
I'm not too sure on that one. Because like God level said, if it's not already in them and that's what they seeking, it'd be kind of hard for them to see, a
Yeah.
different variation of
Mhm.
themselves. You
Yeah.
know, you gonna and then like the young lady Renee said, um, you really kind of built your whole character off of pity. So unless pity is there, there's nothing really to motivate you. You know, if don't
Mm,
nobody show some type of empathy for you having that particular mindset that, hey, it's not supposed to happen for me and everything is just against me, and
That's
You don't
it.
have no real outside motivation, but to
Yeah.
study thyself, that means you have to go inside, and that's a deep dive that a lot of us don't want to acknowledge, that the only, excuse me for saying this, but the only true savior that you have is self. Like, it doesn't matter what doctrination you study or practice, or religion that you follow, therapy, life coach. It don't matter. None of that matters until you take the time out to just acknowledge yourself. Period. You won't never overcome it. You really have to take a look inside. So I kind of like that. Yeah, study thyself. Yep.
Yeah.
I want to just put a little pressure point on the pity real quick, right? Because there's a large question, right? There's a large question when you really look at that. Why is pity so appealing? What is so rewarding about pity, right? And there's a lot of reasons why pity could be appealing. It could be the attention. Like, nobody sees me, so if you see me like this, at least I'm getting some attention. At least somebody notices me. At least I seem interesting, because I don't have an interesting life. My life is not really valuable, so it's not interesting, and no one's interested in what I have to say. But it seems like people are only interested when I'm like this, when I'm suffering. So maybe I need to turn up the suffering to get some, or it could be validation. It could be validation. It could be, and pity also tends to remove you from responsibility. When somebody pities you, and I'm talking about real pity now, it's because it's
I was gonna
coddling,
hit on that.
right? There's no pressure to do something better. There's no pressure to improve. There's no pressure to put in the work. It's just, you babe.
You just going through a hard time.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
Dang, boo-hoo you.
Yeah.
Oh man, they ain't gonna do my man like that though. And then you feel like, okay, I feel good now. Okay, thank you.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So let me say this real quick, real fast. So dealing with that pity is also a power stroke. Reason why I say that, it's a way to manipulate those around you to kind of, like you say, uplift you, but they're not really uplifting you. They're actually walking in your sorrow with you. And when they do that, you feel like, oh, okay, I got more fan base, I got more followers, I got more people, as you said, validate how I'm feeling. And while they're doing that, you feel like, yeah, I got you. Yeah. Look at me now.
Dang.
Go ahead, God love, my man. Go ahead.
A person that's getting paid off of pity is conditioning the people around them to accept less of them, as far as any type of return in favor for what they have done for them. They're conditioning them.
Yeah. Enabling. Yep. Conditioning, enabling. Yeah. It's the reward.
Pity can irritate people too. Say that.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's like every time I turn around, it's always something like, do you try?
What's good,
I can't get a job.
Love you.
It's just
don't you want more for yourself? And then that feels more like shame. That, because it's like, yeah, if they're honest with themselves, they're really saying, I don't want more.
Yeah, but wanting more requires you to do more work. Who wants to do more work?
Can you expound on that more, babe? Most people in the church came in misinformed.
Came in.
I know where he's going. I know where he's going with this. I know.
Ooh, wow. I had a
We set
creator that I
up that
followed
low
on
limit.
TikTok out of pity, and it quickly got old. Wow. So
Oh, you got burnt out.
you discovered that
Yeah.
they didn't have anything else to offer. It was just, dang.
That's it.
And just think about that, right? Imagine the person that's seeking the pity party getting those kind of reactions. Every time I do this, they come in, they pity me for a little while, but then they end up leaving me. I
'Cause
can what's a core belief for that? I
mm,
can never keep anybody around. I have
and then
nothing else to offer but
who you got in your circle that's enabling you to continue to live the way that you do, to move. Because y'all ain't gonna take that from me. Excuse my language. Y'all is not gonna take that from me. I'm serious. Y'all ain't gonna take that from me. What we doing? Okay, so how long we gonna be in this mode? Because I'm gonna give you a second. You're gonna be in this
mm-hmm,
mode, but what we doing tomorrow? That's my second. You get 24 hours.
mm-hmm.
After that, it's like, all right, man, I didn't had enough of this. I didn't had enough of you being in this mode. What we doing? What do we learn from whatever's what you're going through? Let's figure out a solution to move forward. Man, if I call John or my brother every day with a pity party, I won't make it 2 days in a row.
I'm busy. No, but that's a strong point that she made. You do have
Yeah,
those that like, oh, okay, you're doing it. You got the ball rolling. You're moving forward. And some
yeah.
way, somehow, they'll reach back to an old situation, and they'll build off of that. But be right back to where they started from.
Yeah, yeah.
And you hate for that to happen, but people do that little bit of that spiral effect every time.
Pity fishing. Yeah, they want they want people to feel bad about them because that's how you get the most out of people, especially women who are natural nurturers. That's how when a woman feels bad for a man, and she like this man, she'll help this man. She'll go to lengths, but in the end, it's just him getting more, extracting more out of her than what he is even giving back in return.
Yeah, I see that both ways, because you
Yeah,
have some men that'll do that, and they want to be like, hey, why you don't get this? All you have to do is, and she ain't trying to hear that because she's still hurt, she's still upset, she's still in pain, she's still going through, circumstances that she went through maybe as a child or last relationship, and she
oh, I
found
love
that
you
this
for
is the
that.
best way to get things to get done.
I
That's
love you
basically to
for
say,
that. Yeah.
yeah, man, I just don't know, babe. I don't know. I tried, and I just don't know. And what a man gonna do? He gonna crumble because he don't want to see his lady down like that. He gonna be her biggest cheerleader. And I'm not saying women don't do the same thing. It's on both
Yeah.
sides of the fence.
Yeah.
It's just that when do you not only acknowledge it, but then you try to help it, but then you don't want to help it. You want to step back, but stepping back almost means that you have to say no. And don't nobody want to hear no. I can't help you today. I already gave you the tools, gave you the resources. Shit, I wrote down the whole process. You just
Gave
need to
you the
follow
blueprint.
the
Gave
whole
you the
blueprint.
blueprint.
Yeah,
And you still didn't follow it. It's like, oh,
yeah. And
what we doing?
the part that God level you would say is that we grown. You can't keep hiding as if you was a child. We grown. Well, what's this? What I'm upgrade from him, but it's always great. Man.
Renee.
Yeah. Hold on, what's that phone number?
Renee. Operating from an unhealed place will always bring about detriment. Yes, it will. And we have a lot of people out there that are operating out of an unhealed place due to the childhood trauma, due to the unresolved trauma that they have suffered as a child, and even some as, early adults. They're still walking around there and carrying that pain like a badge of honor, and moving through life, ooh, wanting people to
Yeah,
feel bad for them. And that's how they extract more out of people. Mm.
that is crazy. Yeah.
Depending on the spirit, pity can attract or repel. Ooh, hey, this Morbe, you're a
Hey,
spitfire tonight. Morbe, you're a
hey,
spitfire
you see
tonight.
the number? You see the number?
He don't want to call in. He
You
just want
see
to
the
listen, just
number?
listening
You
to
see the
y'all, just
number?
listening to y'all. Mm.
I really want him to tap on where it go, where it go, where it go. Most people in church came in misinformed. I just want you to just, you know,
Just
if you got time, sir.
yeah, just a little bit, just a
You
little
got
bit.
time, sir.
Like
If you
just
got
a little
time,
bit,
sir.
just a little bit, because I know where you're
This is a
going
safe
with
space. This is a safe space for you to be able to unpack. Safe space. I would love to hear that. It says how important is self-awareness
this.
and breaking
Mm-hmm.
free of victim mentality from a victim mentality.
How important is self-awareness in breaking free? Oh, number one.
Very important.
That's number
Yeah,
one.
very important.
Self-awareness is
Yeah,
number one. That's number one.
yeah.
Can we dare say it's even fundamental? It is
No, I ain't gonna
fundamental.
say
It
that.
is basic.
Man,
I say
But
basic
it's
because, again, are you paying attention to what's going on? Are you paying attention to what's going on, John? Do you know why you are here today, John? Do you know what is happening? Do you know what you're feeling, John? You're having an experience, but are you really here?
and here we go.
How do you know if there's a problem? You got to be aware. Are you reading yourself? You're supposed to be studying yourself, right? In order to study, you got to read. You got to know how to read. What's your script? What you saying to yourself? What's the conversation like these days, John? What's on your mind, John? Oh, life's got you down? Tell me more about it. Is it life happening to you, or are you happening to life? Which way is it? Oh, it's always them. Damn. They just picking on you, huh? The whole world picking on you, huh, John? There's nothing you could do.
unfair. It's unfair, John.
Nothing you could do. All this that we're doing is just being aware of what we're saying. People who thrive off of pity from themselves and others don't sustain relationships with people who hold them accountable. When a person who knowingly operates in self-pity as an identity without intent to gain different or better, they are simply manipulative.
That's it.
Some people, how
That's
they
it.
some people how they operate. Some people how they operate in self-pity. Okay,
Where's
I
this
guess you're
at?
saying some people operate in self-pity to have a sense of belonging. A lot of people give empathy to those who are pitiful because they are wanting to give to others what may not have been given to them. And we got cut off right there. But you don't have to read to know yourself. No.
You don't have to read to know yourself. Oops, yeah. I want to go. Can you the worship? They worship.
So that's like saying you don't have to listen to know yourself then. Like, these are sensations. Reading, listening, interpreting, you're still observing. These are activities. Monitor yourself, observe yourself. That's reading, looking, visualizing. It's the information. What do we know about ourselves right now?
Mm. I'm looking at these comments, baby.
Do you need a book? I am the book. What are we talking about here, more? You are the book. She is the book. Read yourself. Everybody is a living book. Written word. Consciousness. It's all in the mind. It's all phenomenon in the mind. You just, whatever you want to do, it ain't got to be read, man. You don't have to limit yourself to the read. It could be listen. But you have to be aware of what is it? What are we dealing with here? And what we're doing when we're in this victim mentality is we're avoiding it. I'm not looking, I'm not reading. I don't want any exposure to it. I'm afraid of it. That's the victim mentality. Okay.
Can that be circumstantial?
Say more.
Go ahead.
Say more. Can that be
No,
circumstantial?
yeah, can it be circumstantial? And the reason why I said that, God level touched on it earlier. And how do you really know what's really going on? Is just saying wrong. How you know it's wrong if you've never seen anything outside of that? Like, what if it's something that's passed down? Matter of fact, I think you asked, that was your very first question that you said.
I already see what direction you're going in, King. Let me counter that with, how much do you trust yourself?
Again, if all I know, if I don't even know that I'm rooted in self-pity, ain't no trust.
So again,
I'm leaning on.
Do you trust your feelings when you have an experience? Do you trust your feelings?
Some people, that's all they rely on is their feelings, and their feelings can be misled.
They can, but okay, if you trust your feelings, again, there's some questioning there. Why did I feel like that? Why do I feel like that? So you trust your feelings enough to know that they're real. So why not trust them enough to ask the question, why did I have that feeling?
Because everybody's not at this stage in life.
Again, you ask questions about everything else. Why he get that role?
True.
Why he get to be with that woman?
You. That's true. That's true.
So,
but to take the time out to crucify myself or subject myself to a higher level of consciousness, it's not gonna happen.
You don't even have to do that, bro. We just asking questions. We just talking.
Facts. I'm with you.
So you don't even have to do that. Like, right. So it's that, again, if you're afraid of yourself, then yeah, you're probably attacking yourself because you're afraid of yourself, right?
True.
But you got to be aware so you got to be aware of that. So again, we just asking the questions, bro. That's it. But you got to know how to start asking questions. And people ain't asking the questions, bro.
Right. So I'm saying to the person that don't even know that this is a problem, right? Just saying, they don't even know this is a problem. What would lead them to be like, well, let me start asking myself questions? I don't even know I'm rooted in self.
All right.
I don't even know I'm in victimhood.
It's it's tolerance, right? What is our level of tolerance? And then there's, beliefs that come with that, cultural beliefs even. Like, again, I don't want this to be about race, okay? But imagine and oppress people that, that look like this, right?
Right.
And they have this mentality of, man, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? But you've been conditioned to believe that strength means to take a lot of bullshit. You've been conditioned to that, right? So it's all about who can take the most bullshit. The struggle Olympics, this is what we're talking about, right? You have that belief. You're just tolerating. At some point, your tolerance level is going to crash out. You're going to break down. That is your sign right there. That's your sign. But what happens is you don't pay attention to that. You just numb it off. Like, yo, you just crashed out. You blacked out. You reached your limit.
Right.
You overflew, right? You had a mental breakdown. You didn't catch the first one. You just gonna keep going back to your. That was your moment to adapt. This is our body, our mind's mechanism. Like, yo, you can't keep. I've been giving you signs. You don't want to pay attention. All right, cool. Boom. Consequence right there. You supposed to pause for the cause and say, yo, what happened? But no, you keep it going. You say, nah, I ain't weak. Let me double up. I'm going back in. No recovery.
No recovery. Yeah. So you go back into self-pity all over again. It's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious
That's
cycle
it.
over and over and over again. Like, you don't even take the time out to acknowledge, for one, it's not yielding you the same result that you would if somebody was taking the time out to show empathy. You don't even see it. You see what I'm saying? And then on top of that, if you don't have an example, like, it has to be some type of example. You say it best. You need something to offset your course in order for you to get back on course. But if you don't have nothing to offset your course, you just repeating it. Wash, rinse, repeat. That's it. We just, doing it over and over and over and over again. And we bring it right back to that. You find yourself getting a high off of being powerless, but you're using that as your advantage. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, bro. And I only say that because I can say I'm currently dealing with something with like that right now with someone, and it's like how you not, like, I know what I've been through to push me to the point that I am self-aware. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the way that me and you connected, Skywalker, because it was like, oh yeah, he's very aware. So with that happening, I'm looking at them like, but you don't see all these breadcrumbs? Like, I didn't do any of this. All of this still point back to you. And however, I know we don't like to deal with that part of it, but it still points back to you. Like, I'm not even going to give you the mirror right now. I'm just doing suggestive theory that you say you dropped that right there. Okay, it's still right there. I'm just saying, you said you dropped it right there, not me. And it's been right there for 10 years. When you going to take time to take a look at that? That's I mean, I don't know.
So let's transition into this, because now okay. We're trying to change, right? We're trying to we're not trying to change. We're not controlling people here, right? This is somebody that we care about. So we're not going to try to make them change. We're going to encourage, motivate, inspire them, to invite them to change. Okay?
How much time you got on your hands to do that? How much time do you have on your hands to do that? That's a job in itself. You trying to convince somebody to break the wheel that they've been riding around in quite some time. Thank you, Mark. They said it. Just switching it up.
So, I think if there's somebody you love, yep, there we go. Yep, amen. Ashe.
Yeah.
You can't control people. You can only control yourself.
Yes, sir. You're going to control yourself.
Right.
Yeah. No doubt.
Right. And of course, it's just a matter of that collaboration, right? You're giving me permission to help you with the discipline. You're giving me permission. You're inviting me in. You're letting the God in, right? But this one right here is important, because if it's somebody that you love, you trying to, hey man, I know you can do better than this. I know this fool can do better than this. He's just shortchanging himself, right?
On that, baby.
How do you encourage, or how do you address their resistance, right? Because they're going to resist. We resist change by nature. So what are some common reasons that people resist changing their victim mindset? And again, this is going to give you information about what to expect, so that when it's time to talk to them, you're like, oh, I knew you were going to say that. Here's my rebuttal. So, King, what you got?
I just want to say this real quick. Pain feels good.
Okay.
It hurts so good. So I like to hold on to it just a little bit longer. I understand what you're trying to tell me, but the pain feels so good. I like that I cry. I like that I feel the hairs on my back raise up, and I find more and more reason to doubt myself, to not trust myself, to not see an end to any of the pain. It's almost like I get a high off of it. Always. Oh, yeah. That part right there. Oh, that word comes. Yeah.
You know, John, what was the question? Why was
What are some common reasons people resist changing their victim mindset?
they like where they're at? Simple.
Peace, Mark. Appreciate you stepping in the room
they
tonight,
like.
baby.
Ain't exactly right. That's the answer. Yeah, pretty much. That's yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but there's. Oh my gosh, man.
They like where they're at. They have no desire to change. What they have been doing works for them. They put out very little and receive from everyone around them. Why would they change? They're getting their needs met. They're living in survival mode. All they need is a bed, water, food, and transportation to get back and forth to where they need to go. Why would they change? It works for them.
But again, there's some other ideas in there, right? So what we talked about fear earlier. They could be just afraid of what's going to happen. You know, they're afraid of.
Proof of
it's
injustice,
like they've been
proof of mistreatment. Yeah, because soon as you hit me with something good, I'm just like John just said, I'm finna rebut the rebuttal and say, but Tuesday it was a car accident. I was minding my business.
That
he hit me.
I have no idea who this lady is, Cecilia. Thank you.
So I will say this: there is something about that one though that's going to arouse resistance when you do that. I mean, really, just think about it. If you were on the other side, right, and you say, "All right, John, you're always trying to play the victim. I'm going to look in my library and figure out a way to come back." Because it's like, how dare you insult me? I know that might be true, but if you were going to try to convince me otherwise, you would have said it in a different way. You would have gave me an example, or you would have asked a question to make me think about it instead of trying to tell me about me, right?
Yeah. You just became a problem, John.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right. But it's also about
self-defense.
Yeah. So what do you do?
I would also say,
I'm sorry. What? What happened? What happened?
Ooh, shoot.
Okay.
Dang. Oh man. Some people are like a bottomless pit of need. They will project progress and change, but until they become their own source of motivation, and the person who is willing to dedicate themselves to themselves. Okay, overcoming pity is an inside job. I like that. We can support the decision on the outside, scaffolding their self-development and sufficiency skills, but they have to be actively acknowledging that they notice the patterns of their own behavior. Yes. Open the door for conversation.
Once again, become their own savior.
Yeah. You got to save yourself. I can help you save yourself.
Exactly.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
Help them save themselves. I'm not going to save you. You're going to save yourself, and I'm going to help you with it. That's your baggage, but I'm going to help you unpack it. I might move a few. I might scoot to, but no, those are your bags. You know, and so there is a responsibility here, but there's also a high level of sensitivity that needs to be given, right? Because we're in somebody else's house. This ain't my house. You invited me in to help clean it up.
Right.
So how dare I say, ooh, child, look at your walls. Ooh, this is green. Let me paint that blue without your permission. Come on now, we gotta respect, right? But also on the flip side, because I advocate for both sides, I don't have to be in here in your home helping you with your emotional and psychological back. You asked me, you agreed to me helping you. This is still your house. I'm gonna be out of here within a couple of minutes. You know, so understanding that dynamic, that relationship, having that mutual agreement and respect. Okay. Because again, we're talking about individuals who are already feeling kind of bad about what they
Love
got
you
going
too,
on.
Morgan.
And then you
Love
come
you
in
too.
here and you're about to renovate. You know, it's a very sensitive thing. It's a very cautious thing.
Peace, babe. We appreciate you, bro.
Man,
Yeah, I
thank
like what
you.
he said right here. You know, they give suggestions on how to
But
clean
you
the
got,
house,
How
but
to
you got to
clean
clean
house.
your
Gotta
own
clean
man.
your
house.
own house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then like Skywalker just stated, you know, the sensitivity of it. You got to be careful because while doing so, trying to give suggestions on how to clean your house, they'll look at you and be like,
Well,
who you
who are
talking to?
you?
You
Yeah,
out of
who are
line.
you?
Mm-hmm.
Who are
How you gonna
you?
tell me? Because now it sounds like you're trying to. You better watch. Now you got a whole problem all over.
So
All
really,
over.
you just got to think of it like, yo, your position is more of a coach, okay? The coach don't dribble the ball with you. You don't throw the ball to the coach. Like the coach might occasionally get up in there, but really, the coach is just, all right, this look over here. All right, let me ask you some questions about that. It's more verbal than anything. You still doing the work. You still the player.
Definitely, Mark. Definitely, Mark.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, giving suggestions. Well, it can
Yeah,
shut people down. That's why we tend, and we
yeah,
always forget this part. But we ask, hey, can I make a suggestion? No, you can't. All right. I'll shut up.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going, Miss Michelle. Keep going. Isn't that
Keep
beautiful to
going.
wake up and to realize that, you know what, I need to make some changes. No one's telling you this is the conversation that you're having with yourself when you look at your surroundings and say, you know what, it's time for me to clean house. And then you take that, once you make that decision and take that step forward, that foot a step further. Oh my God. Take your time. In a year's time, you look back and be like, I'm glad I made the changes that I did. So yeah, keep going. Keep going.
My bad. I froze up. Cuzzo, you
Yeah.
know my number. Cuzzo, you know my number. You know my number. We can always talk chat.
What's next?
Yep. Why does convincing often fail when encouraging someone to accept accountability for their victim mindset? Emphasis on the convincing.
Yeah. They don't need convincing. You can't convince them. They've already convinced themselves that where they're at is where they're at. The only thing you can do is offer encouragement to do something different. That's it. And be there for them when they do have that mind change. That's it. That's
Well,
it.
to be honest, God level, I'm just gonna say, I invited you, but you showed up for the wrong party. It's a pity party. So, you know, the sign on the door said victimhood only.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
can't come in here trying to come speak
Yeah.
information you're offering.
I've, I've
Yeah.
I've sat back and I've watched people attempt to help one person to no avail, and I'm just like, you have a team of support of people trying to help push you forward, and you're just comfortable with where you're at. Huh. That's exhausting. Like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? When do you walk away from someone who is having a pity party?
Oh, you
That's
just
the
in
question.
hiding and when you do that. Oh, now you gonna turn your back on me when I need you the most? Wait a minute.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
What you just say to me?
You don't kick me when
Hey
I'm
man,
down.
where the exit at? I need to get up out of here.
What you
Somebody gonna
Man,
mean
get
kick
hurt.
me when you down? You've
Man, I've
been
been here
laying
for
on the floor on your back flat, looking straight up. Everybody then came over and offered you a hand up. No, I'm like, what you mean you like? Just feeding me from up there. How?
You know what's so crazy, God level? I don't know if you remember this, Skywalker. This happened in the barbershop. I'm just gonna throw this analogy out here real quick. I'm hoping somebody that's chiming in can relate to this, or better yet, I ain't gonna say relate, has heard this before. So this man walk up to the porch, say, "Hey, what's up? What's going on, John?" John say, "Oh man, nothing much." He say, "Man, why your dog moaning like that?" "Oh, he'll be all right." "You sure, man? He don't sound too good." He said, "Yeah, he'll be all right, laying on a nail." He said, "Well, why he don't get off the nail?" "Don't hurt bad enough."
Wow.
It don't hurt bad
Wow.
enough. So when it starts to hurt bad enough, they get
Tolerance.
up.
See? Pain
Wow.
tolerance, yo.
Say
Pain
that.
tolerance. Yeah.
Say that. Oh my God. Hold on.
Addicted to the
Man,
pain.
You're an
man.
alcoholic. Pain with being a victim. You have to accept it before you change it. Cecilia, I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Yeah, that.
Cecilia.
Yeah, that. Just like when you're an alcoholic, you won't get
Oh
help or
yeah.
change until you accept the fact that you're an alcoholic. Same with being a victim. You have to accept it before you change it. Oh my God.
Self-diagnose.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Cecilia.
Yeah.
Oh
Self-diagnose.
wow. CC. Yes, ma'am.
And then with that self-diagnose, Skywalker, you did say it plainly. Crash out. Sometimes now unfortunately this is the downside of things. Sometimes that crash out take you all the way out, you know,
Oof.
and ain't no coming back from that. We don't want nobody to ever get to that point. But sometimes when you crash out, you know, you tend to lose a particular way of life prior to this. You can't
Mm.
ever go back to that. You can never go back to that. You can never go back to that.
I can I just say something? I had someone pretend to have a crash out, and I had to walk away because after that fucked with my mental because they only did the crash out for attention and got it and got it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They have to
If you
recognize
got a
that there's
person
a
that don't
problem.
see a problem with what they're doing, they just going to continue to do it.
It's just one of the small actions listeners can take today to start moving out of victimhood. Ooh, I like that.
Oof, man. You gotta move out, man.
Man.
Gotta move out. I live in that world. Gotta move out.
And get you some good people. When I was at my lowest in Texas, I got a phone call. I ain't gonna even say what I was going through, but I had both of these gentlemen on the phone. Okay, what's going on? How can we help? Get you some good people, man. Don't take advantage of the good people, and don't take advantage of the good people you have around you. Man, I love these men. I love y'all. I love y'all.
Love you back, sis.
You know, so to that point right there, this is why we're trying to distinguish those who want to, that are motivated, and those who are pandering and just trying to finesse you.
Yeah.
They are content where they are, but it's not sustainable. And so they need some help in being sustained down there. So, you know, it's like poverty. Hey, alms for the poor. I mean, you know, I need a handout. I don't really want no help. I don't really want to learn how to fish. I need some fish.
Sending positive energy to Ivy. Debbie failed. They on their way to the hospital. They'll be all right. But to go back to Renee, the only issue I have with that is the fact that there are people who aren't pretending to crash out. So it's hard to determine if it's for show or not. So you got to err on the side of caution. Yes, you do. But if you have someone that's always threatening to do it over and over and over and over and over and over, it's like, why do you keep doing that? Is that what gets you more attention when you threaten to crash out? Like,
It's
why
a
do you have to?
pattern.
Yeah, why do you have to keep doing that? Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? And then when I go down that road with you, and you're only doing it for attention, it's like, okay, now you fucking with my mental.
Mm.
You know, I want to. I had a situation at the barbershop one late night cut, and the brother, you know, how you just feel the energy, man. It's just off. And I kept
Okay.
asking, "You okay? You good? You okay? You good? You okay? You good?" He said, "Yeah, I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight." So after I finished cutting his hair, he got up, he paid me, he left. He went outside. He just stood outside. So I took my time, closed up shop because I was the last one done. Took my time, closed up shop, and I leave. I go outside. He outside still. I said, "Man, you straight?" When he turned around, he was just crying. It's like, damn, what, share that. Let's talk about it. We sat down. When I say, and I don't know if I'm not saying who it is, but I'm just saying the stuff that they unpacked had me like, man, that's a lot, right? That's a lot. So I decided to pour it into him.
Mm-hmm. As you should. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But hold on. Check the flip though. Check the flip. I'm pouring into him. He drinking it all up. I got down to my last. I said, wait a minute, sir. And like John said, he ready to crash out. So I had to flip it. I know this might sound unconventional, but I had to flip it on him. Well, if you're going to crash out, what I'm going to do? Why you pick now to do this? Why you want me to be the victim of your victimhood? I wasn't using these particular words then, but I'm trying to help you understand my route that I took to help him understand, like, bro, if you do this, you're going to hurt some people. Unknowingly, your pain is going to cause other people pain by you thinking that this is your solution. It doesn't work like that. In the end, he was like, man, I don't want it to be like that, man. I ain't trying to cause you a problem. I said, man, I need a drink. So we left there, went to the bar, we had a drink. After the drink, we played pool. We stood outside, we had another talk again. Man, that brother gave me a hug, and he became a faithful client after that. Faithful client after that. Faithful client after that. Every time he saw me, he had a different good report. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. But for me, I felt like I did a good deed that night.
You did. You saved a life.
Oh, what?
Yeah. She said, I've done that before also, man, King. I flipped it on the victim and stopped. Man. And they stopped threatening to unalive themselves.
Man. CC. And I know you know this. That had my back sweating. Because I'm like, I don't want you to do it in front of. No, bro, what you talking about? Nah, man, don't do that. Don't do that. I cracked a couple of jokes like, shoot, how am I gonna pay my car note? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that, man. Ooh, man.
See, pity and self-sabotage can be addictive and an emotional
high. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to stop, disassociate. I was in a fantasy bound that contributed to me being in the cycle because I kept living.
And started asking when. Yeah. I decided I can actively show up. Life isn't just happening to me. You're responding to it.
Exactly. Yeah, Mark, I
Mhm.
didn't know I did that though. Like I
That's
say, at
what's
the
up.
time, bro, I wasn't even in that mind frame. I was just trying to talk
Yeah.
that man through it. That's all it was. Just trying to
Yeah.
talk him through it.
Yes. Mm.
Trying to
So
talk him
with
through it.
that, right? One small action listeners can take today to start moving out of victimhood.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm being funny right now, so I can lighten the air a little bit.
Cause
This is nonsense. Just bring it in. Give me a hug. Just give me a hug. Just give me a hug, and don't let go till somebody start crying.
mm,
Let them
Mm.
know that you seriously there to support them.
I give
Sometimes
out
it ain't
good
always
hugs.
taking a yeah. It ain't always the words, man. They say hugging a tree grounds you. You'd be surprised what just giving another human being
A
a
hug.
hug would do for you.
Yeah.
Seriously,
I give out good hugs. I really
you
do.
do. You do. Very firm. Yes.
Very. Yeah. I do. I'm telling you, my daughter falls to pieces. My son falls to pieces. When he walks through the door and if he's going through something, he's like, he'll take his shoes off because you don't walk in here with your shoes on. He's like, Mom, I need a hug, I need a hug, I need a hug. Boom. And bring it in, baby. Bring it in. Just bring it in. And let it get it out. Yes. Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Question. Can I take control of
Mm.
my life? I like that. I like that.
Mm.
In what way can I take control of my life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's such a hard question, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Because it means that you have to do something you haven't done in a long time. You have
Man.
to use your imagination. You have to really use your vision. You have to look at your life and
Yeah.
say, what can I control?
Mm-hmm.
With these hands, with my body, with my agency, what do I really have control over?
Oh wow.
And
Oh
that leads
wow.
to acceptance. That leads to acceptance. And so just by accepting a little bit you ain't got to do it all in one day. You got the rest of your life. You're going to increase the self-control as you go, but you just want to start off small. It might be today you write it down. Hey, I'm in control of this. Boom. Okay, I'm done. Homework assignment done. Tomorrow you got to do it again though. But if you want to really speed it up, you could do like 10 of them.
Yeah, figure out how to
Push it.
change what they can. Yeah.
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 But I would say, in response to the question, I would say affirmations. I have an
Mm.
album called Affirmations. It wasn't just a musical project. It wasn't just a musical project. That was therapy for me. And so what I was sharing with you guys was my therapeutic process. Not only was I doing the therapy in the moment, creating the albums, the songs, the artwork, but also in there, I'm actually doing the work. All those I ams, I am this, I am that, I am intelligent, that is real. You cannot affirm something that's not true. So this whole album might seem very self-centered, but I'm giving you examples, really. I'm showing you my process to say, hey, here's my work. You could do the same thing too. You don't have to do it as musically. Just
There
write
you
them
go.
down.
Yeah.
And with my art, I'm a lyricist. This is how creative I can take the affirmation
Yeah.
to where it's a double meaning. That's just what I like to do. But you can keep it simple. I am successful in every way.
Mm. I'm
Let
somebody.
let that
Yeah.
resonate for a moment. When you say that, this is real now. When you say that, just like feel it.
Mm.
Say it and feel it, and because you want to try to believe that. When you believe it, you feel it. When you feel it, you believe it. Then
And
it
that's when the
becomes your
magic
energy.
happens.
Oh man, because you got the energy now. Your brain is going to start working unconsciously while you're sleeping
Yeah.
on how to make that affirmation true because you believe it.
There you
It's gonna
go.
rewire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna rewire itself.
Yeah.
But if you don't believe it, like, okay, you'll believe in this church over here in this Bible, but you ain't gonna believe in yourself. Like you're the most constant. You know, that's a very fundamental thing right there. It's a very fundamental thing. So just believing in yourself, and you can do that by an exercise called affirmations. Write that down. And then you could do gratitude letters. Same setup. I am grateful for, because Thanksgiving is next week. I am grateful for, and you're telling the universe, oh, bring some more of that, please. That was lovely. Thank you. So you affirm yourself. You be grateful for what you have because you can multiply it. That's appreciation. And suddenly your victim, you start to generate energy to move out of the victimhood.
Yeah.
Got to bring something in.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And to piggyback off of that and add to it, I wanna say two things. My first one is start claiming it.
Oh, yeah.
Claim it, period. Regardless of what it is, just claim it. Claim it and let it stay right there that you claim. I hate to say it like this, victory over whatever the situation may be. Claim that it's already done. Claim that it's already yours. Claim that you're moving forward. Claim you're going to have a great day. Claim you're going to get the love and appreciation and affection that you're looking for or desire. Claim it, claim it, claim it. And as far as affirmations, I know if you ever met me in person, I'll probably say peace probably 10,000 times in a conversation. Peace this, peace that, that's peace, 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 and peace there. Oh, that's peace, 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 peace. I used to use that word so much in the barbershop. I get, I already know what he gonna say. Peace. I know he gonna peace this and peace. Yeah, what he gonna say? Peace. Yeah. Find you a word that you can flip and make it your trigger word to motivate you to just inspire yourself to that. Because I'm using this word, I want to reroute and trick my mind to put me back in that space of peace, that space of healing, that space of taking the time out to acknowledge myself, to love myself, to appreciate myself, to put myself in a better space amongst other people. Let that word put so much depth to you to where you was insecure, you become secure. Use that. And I'm going to say it again. It's always peace with me. I don't care who it is I'm dealing with. I found myself coming to the point of understanding to where I can apply peace to everything. But I got to have the understanding. There will never be no yin without yang, no dark without light, no negative without positive. Once I became to that understanding, I found peace in everything. I promise you. I promise you that.
It's a lot of reconditioning, y'all. Okay,
it is, but it's worth it.
Yes, it's another type of exercise. We were talking about going to the gym. Here's a mental gym right here. You got to work it out. Thoughts create reality. What you believe. You got to reprogram your mind, and it starts with what you believe. Inventory what you believe. What you believe. What you believe. What you believe. I might have to write that down.
That's a piece of cake. All right. Do we have any more questions, John?
Nah. I mean, we got more, but this is a good place to pitch it off. Affirmations, gratitude letters, y'all. These are cognitive strategies. Effective. Empirical research supports it. This is what we do, y'all. It's mental health. You want to change your financial situation? Yo, you got to broaden your mind. It starts with you first. You want to change your relationship status or the nature of your relationships? It's got to start with you. This is what we're encouraging in y'all. This is what we're encouraging. We're not telling you what to do. You can do whatever you want, but we're encouraging. If you want better, gratitude, affirmations.
Reclaim your power. Claim your power.
Sorry. We just had a conversation and you was like, if you want relationships, I'm over here like, yes. And I'm like, wait a minute, no.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. I'm good. I'm just good. I'm good with being myself right now. Just, loving me, give that energy to you, something positive, working out, like John, and write them affirmations, write them down in the morning. That's how Ivy got me started, and get around some good people that's going to hold you accountable and push you forward at the same time. It's people that's not going to enable you to continue to be who you are and accept you in that pity party. No, you don't need that. People that continue to enable you to be who you are also benefits off that version of you. And with that being said, I want to thank you all for jumping in on tonight's live. I appreciate all the comments, the likes, the love. Thank you. You're welcome, Mark. Don't forget.
Real fast. I
Go
know we
ahead.
gotta go.
Go
Real fast.
ahead.
One heavy affirmation is 2 letters. No. Learn how to empower yourself by saying no. Might sound a little unconventional, but try it sometimes. Sometimes you have to tell yourself, no, not today. I shall not do this again.
Yeah.
We did that yesterday.
There you go.
We're trying to do something different today. Not today.
Yes.
I'm going to tell myself no, and I'm going to claim today to be a great motherfucker.
There you go. Yeah. Put that monster in the corner. Put that monster in the corner. Yeah. Thank you, Cece. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I don't know which one she's on. Mine's or yours, Newborn, or even Ivy's. But yeah, thank you, Cece. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Michelle. Piece of cake, more Bay. I'm probably going to say your name wrong, but I'm just going to stick with Renee because that's my name.
Rashad.
Rashad
Renee. Thank you. Next week we'll be back with
love you too, Mark, bro. Peace and love, bro.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Seasonal affective disorder. It's that time of year. Let's talk about it. John, you got me?
Salute you.